Hey everyone, it is what day is it? It is day 103 of our road to 1500, and I'm actually not sure if I'm able to play a full game today, so I wanted to make this video, which is the game right after that loss. We took day 102, where I missed the chance to fork his rook with the king, and then after that take the queen. So it was a blunder, ended up losing, so I played one more game. So this is that game. We'll run through it together, and then I'll be back on our normal schedule for day 105. Um, sorry, day 104 tomorrow. Or even I might film that later today, I'm not sure yet. But again, let's go into this review. So Caro-Kann, I go into that here, and he pushes. So I send my bishop out to f5, which is pretty standard here in this position. I close that position with my pawn. After this move where he starts facing my bishop, I do trade, but actually this is also an acceptable move, as I've seen in the review. Could be slightly better position for me, but taking this trade isn't the worst as I push and contest the d4 square. Expecting him to take is usually never the case, so I take back here in this instance, which I'm actually not sure if that's the right play, but I push over to b6, sorry, to c6. Defend that quite easily. I could have also defended with my bishop, but in this instance, want to kick the bishop, and I have to take with my queen. Otherwise, my b7 pawn is vulnerable, so I do look out for that. And now, really, my priority is to get this bishop out. Is kind of quite stuck here. So does he decides to stick around, and this is an interesting position in the Caro-Kann because I've not um, been here. So this is defended twice by my queen and bishop. He castles on this side. My idea is moving this rook so I could start putting pressure on this queen, but I do want to free up the square first. So I just retreat here with the knight, which I think is acceptable. Move my bishop because I do want to castle. This is a good strong move, contesting this c file by my opponent. I go ahead and castle. Oh, by the way, I hope you're having a fantastic day, everyone. And let me know if this style, I'm assuming live games, are more entertaining, but this is just, yeah, just throwing this just to change things up. And again, I'm not sure if play a full game today. So he puts pressure on my queen here, and I do decide to trade there. And now we're left to still pretty even. I'm slightly in a better position. Moving my pawn up, I think advancing sort of makes sense here. He defends that. I move my g6 pawn to 5, trying to get to g4 here to put pressure on that, on his knight. I know here was a mistake. I'm pretty sure of that, but it's not the end of the world. I do get out of the way. I don't want myself stuck there, so I give up this pawn and start putting pressure on his knight. And this was a blunder here, or a mistake, because he just takes back and defends, which he does. My brain was like, oh, he won't take, or maybe takes with the rook, and then I take a free knight, but I was wrong. So now I'm left in an awkward position. Now putting pressure on his rook, which now they're on two separate files. Now I'm getting pressured, my queen, so I put him in check, and he slides over. This is when things start to get a little bit tricky for him as I pressure his back, almost bank rank. Now it's the second rank. We have this queen here in d6, putting pressure on e5, which is fine because again it is defended, but my thought maybe he'll push that pawn. So I do move out of the way. Now I'm in this move kind of cost him a bit, because now I found this position where I'm attacking his queen and at the same time pressuring mate. So I'm extremely happy I found this position, and the only way for him in his mind to delay the game or to prevent me from winning here is to move and block my queen from mate and just giving up his rook. But also, probably a better move for him would have been to sacrifice his rook and play this position, because he didn't do that. I took the free rook here, and him moving up just ends the game, of course, because what do I do? Actually, I can put him in check, but I don't think I do that. So actually I do this, I move up, know where to go. Of course you could delay it, do something like this, but then that is GG because everything is covered. So that's how the game ended. He did not end up moving his rook, he just moved down, and we took care of that. And if I open up the game review, I had an 86% accuracy, he had 72%. So yeah, it was overall a really interesting game. This is the main error that I wanted to share with everyone. So this was, the inaccuracy began here. I needed to really kick this this pawn, but that sort of, the inaccuracy started continuing because I didn't have the right idea about how to progress in this. So that actually wasn't a bad move. But again, yeah, that was a mistake here. They should have taken this free pawn and attack his rook at first, but nonetheless, it still ended up working out. That was the blunders I mentioned, and we did find the great move here. And as the computer suggested, he's meant to take. He is meant to take, and the game can go on. That was day 103. Hope you were happy with my redemption win. Now we're actually back to 1391. So pretty excited about that one. And if you didn't like this style of videos, I mean, it's much shorter, just 7 minutes or 8 minutes or so. You know, no worries. I still prefer filming live, but again, I'm unsure if I'm able to get a video out today. So this will be in my reserves. So if I publish it, you'll know. Yeah, I didn't have time, and we'll continue tomorrow. But 1391, very happy about that. And I might wait to 1500 to share my experience about getting there and all of that for lower rated players. Or I might just do that sooner, just talk about the progress so far. So we'll see. But thanks for watching nonetheless, I appreciate it. And again, live video will continue and resume tomorrow. Peace.